Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs and hauls. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. So in today's video, I have 10 Halloween DIYs for you. They are spooky, not so spooky, so I'm calling them my spooktacular, spooktastic Halloween decor. I absolutely love how they all turned out. I am not a huge Halloween fan. I don't really decorate for it. I don't really buy decor items for my home for it. I don't do much of anything for Halloween except trick-or-treating with my kids. It's also in collaboration with my good friend Jenny over at Lovely Moments Creating. I'm sure a lot of you guys already follow her, but if you don't, make sure you head down to my description box. I'll have the link to her channel so you can go ahead and check out her channel. She's also bringing you guys 10 Halloween DIYs that are spooky, not so spooky, and I really hope you guys do love this collaboration. We absolutely love crafting and creating these pieces for you, and like I said, we both don't do Halloween, so we do some not so spooky, fun, easy decor items for you guys to do. So with that being said, I hope you do enjoy the video. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, as it definitely helps out my channel. If you're new, I love what you see and love all things home decor, crafting on a budget. I would also love if you would consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. All right dolls, let's go ahead and jump right in. For my first DIY, I am doing this black truck. I love the sign. I think it's so cute. So from Dollar Tree, I'm using their MDF board truck, and then I have this wood round that I got from a pack from Amazon, and then all I did was just paint my wood round using my white chalk paint from Waverly. You can pick this up at Walmart. I'm sure most of you guys know that. And I just did one coat of it and just getting all on the sides. I did a thin layer of this paint because I am going to sand it down a bit. Then I painted my truck black and I did 2 coats on this. Super easy. I also made sure I got on all of the edges. So like in between all of like where the curves are, underneath the wheel and everything like that. I just made sure I painted all over this truck to make it all black. And I used some just regular black vinyl for this and then started to weed everything out and get my wording together and ready. And then once my wood round was nice and dry, I just positioned all of my words where I wanted. And of course, the power of editing and filming, I got a huge chunk deleted. It was me showing you after I sand it down where I place all of my words, and then I also distressed the corners or the edges of my wood round using some black paint and a chippy brush. So this is what it looks like when everything is set into place. And for my truck, I just used some super glue to glue it down. You can use hot glue, whatever you need, but I had the super glue right in front of me. And then I had this like metallic orange pumpkin that I was going to do for a previous project that I decided against. And I just wanted to use it. So I thought I was going to put it in between the words, but I didn't. I put it on the front of the truck. And I think this is super cute. I absolutely love this. And it's so fun, and I love that it's not so spooky. It's really cute. For the next DIY, super easy. You're going to use this easel, this chalkboard easel from Dollar Tree. And then I already pre-cut out this sign on my Cricut. So the first thing I did is gave my easel 2 paint coats of my Waverly white chalk paint because my vinyl obviously is black. So I let that dry, and then I am going to sand it down on the edges just to give me that more of a weathered look. This one is super easy, guys. I didn't really do too much to this. It was literally 2 to 3 steps. So what I did is just use the No Tricks sorry, the No Tricks Just Treats vinyl part. I thought I wanted to do Happy Halloween, and I was gonna do like 2 signs or something like that, but it just didn't work out for me, as I just decided to go with the 1 phrase, and I just cut down the words so they could fit, because just putting one like phrase in a line didn't work. So that's all I did. I just kind of measured them out and placed them down the way that they are, and that's it for this one. You can definitely choose to like paint the legs on this easel, but I just left them that natural brown wood color and just went with it, and I didn't do any distressing, just kept it really simple and cute. I think it would look really cute and really pretty next to like a bowl of candy or something like that. I think it would look really nice. It'll just add something to your decor because it's so simple. Next up, I'm making this really cute boo sign. So from Dollar Tree, I have this Happy Fall shadow box with the beaded hanger, and then these boo wood word ornaments from Dollar Tree. So the first thing I did was take out the backing of my shadow box. I originally was going to just tear off the paper, but it was actually really cute and really pretty, so I decided to keep it. So then next I decided to take that boo word and cut down the exclamation mark. I was trying to do it with my knife, my utility knife, but I did not need that X-Acto knife. Scissors work just fine, like an old pair of scissors. So I used that. Then I painted my boo word white using my Waverly chalk paint, and then I painted the back of the shadow box, backing, end thing. I painted that using my ink chalk paint by Waverly, and I just did 1 good coat of that. Super easy. I'm going to set those aside to dry, and I'm actually wanting to paint my beads for the hanger. So I'm using this Merlot color chalk paint from Waverly. It's like this purple burgundy-ish color, and I think it's perfect for the Halloween aesthetic that I like and that I think is cute and pretty. It's not just like black browns, black whites and like grays, and I know purple probably goes with Halloween, but I think it's just a really cute touch. So I just painted those, gave it 1 good coat. The brown still a little bit shows through. Then I just put the backing back in there and then glued the boo word right on the middle. And I'm using this gel super glue for a lot of these DIYs. I started using it a couple weeks ago and I absolutely love it. Once I put that in there, that's it for this one. Super cute, really easy, and 3 steps, y'all. It couldn't get any easier for a cute project. Next up, I'm making this really pretty pumpkin topiary. I have made a couple of topiaries in my life, but I really like this one. So from Dollar Tree, I have 2 of their orange carvable pumpkins and 1 of their velvet pumpkins that has, I got the one that has this purple pink fabric. Is really pretty. But anyways, I took out the stems off of all of them and removed the fabric for that velvet pumpkin. And I'm actually going to still use the stem, which is why it took me so long to take it off, because I really wanted to use it. So then I'm painting all of the pumpkins using my ink chalk paint and white chalk paint. So 1 is going to be black and the other 2 are going to be white. Luckily, the smaller one is white already, so I just had to do 1 good coat to make it look like it was painted. And I'm using a foam brush to paint my pumpkins and a skewer, trying to figure out the best way to paint these so you don't get paint all over the place and all over your fingers, but hey. So after everything was dry, it took about 3 coats for each pumpkin, except for the small one. It took about 2. I'm going to go ahead and take that Merlot chalk paint color and this is like a foam brush stick or handle or whatever. And I just use that to dip that into the paint and give my white pumpkins polka dots. And I absolutely love this. I think it's so cute. So this is what they look like once they're all done. Now I'm just going to hot glue my black pumpkin right on top of the white in Merlot polka dot pumpkin, and then put the smaller pumpkin right on top of the black pumpkin. Now, I should have painted the black pumpkin a little bit more, but I always have a problem with trying to put paint on, like hot glue paint on top of paint, and it sometimes just like peels up. So that's why I didn't paint it all the way through. So you'll see a little bit of orange when I do my reveal, but hey, this is just for inspiration. So don't get at me in the comments for it. Just know to paint it all the way through, and that's what I should have done. And then I just replaced the stem back on there, and this one is complete. I think it's so cute, and I love the subtleness of it. It's just really pretty, but still gives you the Halloween feels. Next up, I'm doing another set of faux books. I absolutely love this hack. I first saw it from Kristen K, and I immediately have done it ever since then, and I think everybody has kind of caught on to that. So I'm using this crate from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use my heat tool and remove the sticker because this part is going to be showing, and then I'm going to paint this black using my inked chalk paint from Waverly. Then I decide as I'm painting, oh, I kind of want to cover the sides where the handles are. So I decide to use some of these jumbo craft sticks that I got from Walmart, and I just kind of cut those down to size to fit on the edges of each side where the handles are. Now, one of them is going to be a little bit more skinny than the other two because the three of these don't fit perfectly on top of the sides. And I just took one and then started to measure all of them the same with that. So you can see here, the last one on the sides has to be a little bit thinner than the other ones, but that's okay, no biggie. It still looks like a stack of books to me, and I think they're really cute. So I attached them with some hot glue and just adhered them that way, and then went back to painting them using my ink chalk paint. After my black chalk paint was dry, I then took a stipple brush or like a chip brush and my Waverly chalk paint in white, and I just started stippling all over. I wanted to give this an effect of like a spooky, like old book set that has been sitting there with like cobwebs on it. So I gave it a generous amount of this white paint all over this this crate. So yeah, I think it's really cute. I absolutely love how it turned out. I started to do it a little bit lighter and then realized I wanted to do it a little darker because when I put on these rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree, these letters, it didn't show through, so I had to do more white. So be heavy-handed with the white. And then all I did for my words is wands, brooms, and potions. And these are just the rub-on transfer letters from Dollar Tree. I think I had to go through like 2 packs to get all of these letters and these words. And then I took some jute twine and wrapped it around the opposite side of the words just a few times, and just hot glued it right on the inside of the crate and cut it down to size. And that is it for this one. Super duper cute, super easy, but really nice. I really like this. It's great Halloween decor. Next up, we're making this really easy, cute sign. So from Dollar Tree, I have this Hello Spring sign as well as these witch hat ornaments. And then I'm using this square dowel rod that I picked up from the Home Depot. So the first thing I did is remove the jute cord from the sign as well as the Hello burlap like banner from it. And then I covered the front of the sign with some brown craft paper. I had a subscriber or a viewer tell me that there is a way to get the paper off without damaging it, and it looks really good. So I'm going to try that, but the fastest way is just to cover it with brown craft paper for me. So that's what I did, and then remove the tag off the back. So this is the dowel rod that I'm using. So you can see the size right here. It's just 1/4 of an inch thick. And then I just already cut these down to size and gave those a 45-degree angle cut on the ends. So I'm going to paint my sign black, and then I'm going to paint my witch's hat using that Merlot purple-ish color. This is what everything looks after it's all dry. Now I'm going to start adhering everything. So the first thing I did is take my super glue gel and attach my dowel rods for my border. I really love using dowel rods for my border. If you've been around for a while, you know this already. It's something that I think just elevates your decor and makes it look so high-end and store-bought that it is worth taking the extra few steps and having the extra few supplies to be able to do that. And as I said before, I started using the super glue gel because it just turned out to be a lot easier and for me to use, and it adheres really, really quickly. You still have to hold it down just a bit, but definitely way better than hot glue for me at this moment. I just really like it. Then I just sanded down in the middle of the sign just to give me that more shadowy look. Wiped it down to get all of the little particles off. And then I had this vinyl sheet of, it says something wicked comes this way, and it's orange. So I thought it was super, super cute and would go really well with this witch's hat. I forgot to cover the hole on my witch's hat, but it didn't really bother me too much. But if it does, just put some wood filler in there or some spackle, let it dry, sand it down, then paint over it, and it'll work just fine. Now just put that down, adhering it with my super glue gel, and then I decided to take a beaded string for my hanger. So all I did was just fish through 5 of my beads with some jute cord and hot glued it to the back, and that's it for this one. Super duper cute, really, really easy. Again, you guys, this is a video of easy DIYs for sure, but I absolutely love this. Next up, we're making this really cute like Halloween pumpkin garland. I think it's really, really cute. So from Dollar Tree, I have these loop bags, these pumpkin loop bags, some cotton twine, some jute cord, and then some beads from Amazon. So I took about 20 to 25 beads, and then I just put them in a sandwich bag and mixed it up with some black acrylic paint. And then I just, before it was dry, I took them out and poured them onto brown craft paper just so they can air dry a little bit better, because I have a problem with getting my paint all clunky on the beads and it just doesn't look right, and I have to sand it down, but I didn't want to go through that hassle, so I didn't. So then next I'm going to take this jute cord or twine and start to assemble my my pumpkin bags on there. But I wanted to show you these are both from Dollar Tree. One is darker and one is a little bit thicker. So I'm going to use the thinner one to make some tassels. So I just wrapped it around my fingers about 15 times, fished one piece through to tie it off at the top, cut down another piece, and then tied it towards the top to make my little top knot. And then I cut it down in the middle to get my hanging pieces and everything to look good. And then I wrapped it around actually, and then hot glued it down to secure it in place. And then I cut it down to get the tassel look to it. And then you just trim it to give it a uniform look. Now I think these are really cute, but because of what the garland looks like, I wish I would have made some thicker tassels. So keep that in mind. It's really, really cute, but I wanted thicker tassels. So I took out the bags, and there's 4 of them. Now I'm going to use the thicker jute cord that I have from Dollar Tree from the Crafter Square section. So what I did is just fish through 3 beads and then 1 tassel, then 3 more beads, and then I hot glued my pumpkin bag right onto the jute cord. So I just folded it over. You can see what I'm doing, right? You can choose to cut down the back if you want to, or you can just hot glue it down to itself, whatever works for you. And then I just repeated this step over and over until all 4 of my bags on there 3 beads, 1 tassel, 3 beads, a pumpkin face bag, and just kept going until I was at the end. Super easy. You tie it off in the knot at the end, and that's it for this one. I think it's really, really cute. It'll look really pretty on a mantle. And I think it definitely goes with that quintessential orange and black Halloween decor. Next up, I'm making this really pretty cat beaded tassel. So from Dollar Tree, I have these cat ornaments and this black and white yarn, and then I'm also using some beads from from Amazon. So what I did is I first painted my beads white using my bag method. Again, I painted my cat black just with 1 coat. Then I'm using this black and white yarn. I tied it around my hand about 25 times, maybe more or something like that. I just wanted a really thick tassel, and I am just going to attach it to the end of my beaded tassel, or my beaded garland, sorry, after I fished all of those beads through. So I didn't show you me fishing the beads through because you know how to do that. So yeah, so then I just attached it to the end of the tassel, cut all of that down, and then I'm going to tie off a little top knot and then wrap around the excess string. I hot glue that down into place, and that's it. You can stop here if you want, but I decided to add a little bit something else because I really wanted something else. So, but anyways, what I did after that is I actually fished through the yarn through the cat, so that it attaches to it. Duh, I forgot to say that part. I don't know how when I'm watching me do this. I'm just talking faster than I'm actually moving on here. Okay, so next I have these letters that I picked up from Amazon. Actually, Kat from According to Kat actually recommended these, and she loved them, and I love them too. So I spelled out the word eek, and I'm using my super glue gel again, and I just placed them down where I wanted them on the front of the cat. Now this DIY is done. I really love this, and I love that I left the letters that natural wood brown color. Thanks so much, Kat, for the recommendation, because these letters are super duper cute and are going to go really well with some more DIYs, and they were really cheap, guys. So check down in my description box my Amazon store link. I will have these letters there for you. Next up, we're making this boo sign. I love this cube sign. So from Dollar Tree, I have 3 wood craft cubes. I'm going to use 2 of their small wood cubes, and then I have their wood letters. So this is all Dollar Tree products. So I painted, I didn't show you this, but I painted the larger cubes Merlot, and I painted the smaller cubes black. I also painted the boo word white and the eek word black. So the first thing I did was hot glue. I used my super glue gel again. I super glued the 2 black pieces in the middle of the 3 larger pieces, and then I am just going to super glue the words down to the front. I'm going to do eek on one side, flip that over, and do boo on the other side. And y'all, that's pretty much it. But I wanted another contrast and color to this. I wanted it to kind of look like there were handles on the end. So I have these half wood beads that I picked up from Amazon a long time ago. And all I did with that is super glue them down to both sides so they look like little knob handles. And that's it for this one. Super easy. I know this one was really fast, but I just did not go through the painting process with y'all. But I love how this turned out. And I love that it's 2-sided. For my last DIY today, I am making a wreath. I could not go through this whole video and not make a wreath. So from Dollar Tree, I have this witch's wood palette, and I am first going to take my wood filler and cover up the hole at the top. I'm gonna let that dry, and then once it dries, I'm gonna sand that down, and then I am going to paint this. So I'm painting it twice. First, I'm painting it using my Merlot color. I thought I really wanted it to be that color and, you know, kind of have it pop, but I really wanted more of a subtle wreath insert. So I actually decided to take a chippy brush and paint over it with some black. Now I'm not doing a harsh like black. You can still see the purple kind of showing through, but I did want to cover it just a little bit just so it can have the undertone of being purple as well. And I think it turned out really cute. I'm gonna let that sit aside to dry, then I'm gonna make my wreath. So from Dollar Tree, I have one of their willow wreaths, and then from Walmart, I have this large bunch of eucalyptus. I think these are so pretty. I absolutely love them. They look so real, and I love that it has so many different shades of green in it. So what I did is just cut down all of the stems, and then I am going to just insert them into the wreath. I didn't use any hot glue really for this DIY at all. None to attach the wreath at all. So basically all I did was stick it through and just keep going until it looked full enough. I actually had to use another bunch that I had, but not the whole thing, just maybe about like 3 or 4 of those stems. Then I turned it around and then cut down the stems and tossed those because I wanted to make sure that they stuck through, but I did not want to hot glue this down at all. So then once that was done, I moved back to my witch's hat and I cut out the phrase, "I'll get you my pretty," and I thought that was really cute. I actually saw this on Pinterest. It was a sign though that said, "I'll get you my pretty," and I thought, what a perfect way. I have this witch's hat, how about I put it on that? So then I decided, y'all hear Isaiah? I put that on the front of the hat, and then I'm just going to put the hat right in the middle of that wreath. And how I did that is I just hot glued a piece of jute cord onto the back top of the wreath, of the witch's hat, and then I just tied it onto the wreath, so that way, like I said, there's no hot glue on this wreath. And I absolutely love this wreath, y'all, and I love that my insert is interchangeable. I don't have many wreaths that are interchangeable like this because I hot glue down everything, but I am in love with this, and I cannot wait to style this for Christmas even. Oh my goodness, y'all just wait. Love it though. Alright dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below which one happens to be your favorite. Also, make sure you head over to Jenny's channel to see all of the fun DIYs that she has for you today. Make sure you subscribed, be blessed, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Y'all need baths. Y'all stink. Y'all got school smell and outside smell.
I must get you smell like school.
I don't want to smell like that. If you're not new, hey doll, hey.
Hi.
Are you gonna tell them what's up? Can I get in here? Can I get in here? I don't want any of that.
There you go.
All right.
Hi.